Hi, this is Erling. Welcome to Travel Trail Sail. Every month, we try and bring you some interesting stories and events from state parks across the U.S. Now, if you're here looking for our Hawaiian Adventure series, just know Judy and I are working hard on our next video, which is going to show all of the things that we saw and did, including all the shore excursions from our recent Pride of America cruise. With that, let's roll with this month's state park news. Since we've recently been talking about our Hawaiian Island adventures, we thought we'd start this month's state park news with a story from the state parks in Hawaii. Ahupua'a o Kahana State Park is located on the windward side of Oahu, about 26 miles from Honolulu. Kahana is a relatively unspoiled valley and one of the few publicly owned places in Hawaii. This park serves to foster an understanding of native Hawaiian culture. And it's a little bit of a different or an interesting state park in that there are actually 31 families who live in the park and offer interpretive programs on traditional Hawaiian customs. The park is about 5,300 acres and covers land from Kahana Bay to a mountain peak that is 2,670 feet. Now you have a chance to make a difference at this state park. On March 10th and 11th from noon to 3, there's an event happening to remove invasive species. And you can participate in that. You'll need to register in advance of the event. And if you choose to do this, be prepared. This is one of the wettest places in Oahu. So you'll probably want to bring boots, bug spray, water to drink, and be prepared for rainy weather. If you can't help with this event, this might be a place you want to consider for your next visit to Hawaii. A new trail recently opened at Oak Mountain State Park, which is located in Pelham, Alabama, just south of Birmingham. This 1.5-mile multi-use trail opened on Saturday, February 24th. And it's primarily a mountain biking trail, though it can also be used for hiking. And it's rated as an easy to moderate trail. Oak Mountain State Park is actually Alabama's largest state park, and it's big, 11,000 acres with 100 different trails. While you're there, you may want to check out the Alabama Wildlife Center, which helps heal injured birds. And then you can hike on the Treetop Nature Trail. It's an elevated boardwalk where you can actually observe into the bird sanctuary and see some of the birds that are healing. This sounds like a great state park and one that Judy and I will have to bring our bikes to and check out the new trail. We enjoy visiting Georgia state parks and recently had a chance to hike the 3-mile trail at Elijah Clark State Park. This park is located on the shore of Clarks Hill Lake in Georgia, but right on the South Carolina border. In addition to the hiking trail, you can check out a recreation of a log cabin that Elijah Clark and his family lived in. Elijah was considered to be one of the heroes of the Revolutionary War. He was a general during the war, and there are interpretive signs explaining not only the cabin, but as well as a little bit about the Revolutionary War. If you're lucky when you visit, they might open up the cabin and you'll be able to see inside too. This park is very popular with fishermen, but we also found something interesting. There was something we saw here that we hadn't seen at other state parks, and that is a putt-putt or miniature golf course. So there's fun things to do for people of all ages at Elijah Clark State Park in Georgia. Be sure to add it to your list of places to visit next time you're in Georgia. Sometimes you want to see the outdoors, but you just can't make it out. Now, if that's the case, our next story might be just for you. There's a group called Save the Manatees, which is setting up cameras in various locations around Florida. Their newest one is Silver Springs State Park near Ocala. They have 2 cameras set up, one above the water and one under the water. So if you're lucky, you might be able to catch a glimpse of manatees in the wild. We'll put a link to the webcams on our website. Sounds very interesting. Every month we try and share at least one fun thing that you can do in a state park. And if you're ready to get mentally and physically fit, you might want to check out this next event at First Landing State Park in Virginia Beach, Virginia. On Sunday, March 17th, starting at 7:15, you can do a yoga routine, and at 8:15, participate in an 8-mile hike. At the end of the event, lunch will be served. Now, if you want to do this event, you'll need to get tickets, and they can be found on the Eventbrite website. We'll put a link on our website as well, and the tickets range between $10 and $35. We love First Landing State Park. It's such an interesting mix of the beach and the woods, and there's some great trails there to ride or hike. So you might want to check that out, and if you do, you can see our blog post as well as our video on First Landing State Park. We hope these state park stories were interesting, and maybe they inspired you to do something in a state park near you. If so, we'd love to hear all about it. Please leave us a comment and share about the things you're doing in state parks in your neck of the woods. We love having you along on our journey and can't wait to see you again next time. Thanks for joining us.